And we're almost at the halfway point. We have one more presenter before the break, and I'd like to introduce Stephen Hodges. He has a big fan club, and he is a full frontal nerd, and he will be presenting on Full Frontal NERDity 101.
On April 23rd, 2010, I got one of the coolest birthday presents ever in the history of life. I got the honor to introduce Mr. Leonard Nimoy, or Spock, to the town of Vulcan. Since that day, the seeds of Full Frontal Nerdity were planted inside my very soul, and tonight I'm here to tell you exactly what that means. Is it chic to be geek, or is nerd the word? It doesn't matter. You can be geeky or nerdy about anything, and Full Frontal Nerdity is the celebration of those passions. And tonight, I will tell you about some amazing things that you can geek or wave your geek flag about and just enjoy them. Roller derby, thanks to the Oil City Derby girls. Did you know there's over 1,250 roller derby leagues all around the world? And each of those leagues are building an amazing community comprised of fans, volunteers, attendees, and team players. Roller derby is actually so popular, it's being considered for an Olympic event in 2020. Meow, huh? This is cosplay. People actually dress up as their favorite pop culture characters and hand make their own outfits. They spend hours on convention floors just taking pictures with fans and sometimes forego any fan experience themselves. These people are amazing, and ask about my Superman Comic-Con story. I'd be happy to tell you. LARPers are live-action role-playing. Take the game, Dungeons & Dragons, and just kick it up a notch. They dress in character, they play in character, and the Edmonton live-action role-players are actively seeking people regardless of gender, age, sex, sexual orientation, anything like that. They are so supportive, they are amazeballs. Steampunk is also a movement. This gentleman here is actually Mike Pershon. He has his doctorate in steampunk literature, and he's actually an instructor at Grant Mac. And steampunk is a subgenre of science fiction inspired by everything's powered by steam. There's no electricity, and it's all full frontal nerdity. These guys are hackers, not hackers in the sense of, oh my God, they just hacked Google. They actually take household objects, break them down to their barest components, and A, build something completely new, or B, improve on it. I've seen people hack coffee machines. This is the Edmonton New Technological Society, and you can join them just by paying a membership. This little outfit here is the high-level bridge. It's in Lego form. And you can thank the Northern American Lego Users Guild for constructing it. They basically take those little razor blades you used to step on when you were a kid and build Edmonton landmarks, so it's pretty amazeballs. This is Minecraft. Minecraft is a game kind of like online Lego where you take blocks and you build something amazeballs, i.e. this beautiful scene, and people are actually so nerd over this game that they actually put their videos on YouTube and they have like millions of views. This, instead of a blank canvas like Minecraft, people take existing games and mod them or modify them. They make new vehicles, weapons, new characters. Case in point, you can now take the DeLorean back to 1985 and participate in a little Grand Theft Auto. It's a win-win situation. This is 8-bit art. This is art inspired by those characters you used to play on the old Nintendo Entertainment System. This is also the time where I take a water break and turn around so you can all admire my sweet derriere. You can also listen to Full Frontal Nerdity. There's a strong resurgence going on right now with people collecting records. These record collectors are kind of pop cultural archaeologists searching for that long-lost album. They're actually trying to find something tangible and putting that needle onto that record, hearing that scratch, and listening to a song for the first time. Now in Edmonton, you don't just watch movies, you make movies. Jillian's Just Right is a fine example of full frontal nerdity, and Lindsay McNeil, the scream queen of the Beast scene, is actually making this project. So Google that shiz, or Bing it, I don't care, surprise me, and see what that's all about. Now when you see this next slide, do you associate that with geekiness? Well, I sure do. How else would you explain that guy who can list off exactly how many points the Oilers had in the 06 or 07 season, or how many goals the Nuge scored when he played for the Red Deer Rebels? You can be nerdy about hockey. Can you believe that? I sure can. It's a craft! No, it's not. It's just Admiral Akbar dressed as a paper bag puppet. Full Frontal Nerdity is taking what you love and making it into amazing paper bags. You can crochet, cross-stitch, make light brights. I don't care what you do, just celebrate it. You can be nerdies about our fine friends, the cars. Show and shines, people like build cars down from their frames all to these shiny pieces of four-wheeled metals. I can't touch them, I tried, Lord knows. And these things are amazing. People have so much passion in the cars, and I have a friend named Cam. He has a 1965 Mustang, and he loves that car more than his wife. True story. You can be geeky about the food you eat. From farm to fork is a great example of this. People, you'll recognize this from the old Strathcona Farmers Market. People go, they talk to the producers, they make that connection, and then they buy these tasty radishes. Whether it is a peaty old scotch or a citrusy bouquet of flavors with a $6 taste, you can be geeky about what you drink. Wine tastings and scotch tastings are accessible to everyone, and if you think about it, they're kind of like comic book conventions, but for people who drink. Now, what am I a geek for? What am I a nerd for, you ask? Well, I'm a geek for geeks. I'm a nerd for nerds. I love to talk to people about what they're passionate about. And you can be geeky or nerdy about anything. So I want to hear your stories. I want to learn what makes you tick. Wave your geek flag, and I'm going to end it off with a little quote. Hem. Being a geek is all about being honest about what you enjoy and not being afraid to demonstrate that affection. It means never having to play it cool about how much you like something. It's basically a license to proudly emote on somewhat a childish level, totally me, rather than behave like a supposed adult. Being a geek is extremely liberating, and to me, that is full frontal nerdity. Thank you for listening.